Hello and welcome once again to Let's Play Throne of Bhaal, and this is Policy of Madness. Last time we came here, this is Sendai's Enclave. We killed Sendai. It was a difficult battle. We had a pit feed show up when one of Sendai's statues summoned it, and it turned our Planetar hostile, and we ended up hiding over here to where the Planetar was like right here, just barely out of view, and waited for it to expire. Other than that, it went pretty smoothly. Now we're going to be going to Abazigal's Enclave.
Whatever you want.
And we're going to take him out. So Abazigal doesn't get an Enclave, apparently. He gets a Lair. I guess that's legit. So we also had this area open, and the more I think about it, the more I think that this is the Innocence Trial. Come on. Yeah, we had this open up, so we can go visit it now. We're not going to yet. We're not going to do that this time at all. Over here, I think, is the Cyric Trial.
Ooh, shiny ones.
I love you, Sessonar.
If you say so.
I think over here, this is the Cyric Trial. But the one that just opened up to us, that would be the
Sessonar is good servant. Oh, yes!
Innocence Trial. We're like basically out of spells. Now we're not out of spells anymore. Okay. So, up here we have kind of an interesting fight coming up.
Of course.
We're going to bring a Planetar with us.
Who dare disturbs Draconis? More pestering emissaries from the cloistered monastery. Surely when the last batch did not return, Balthazar would have learned his lesson.
So, Draconis is Abazigal's son. Abazigal is half dragon and half divine. Draconis, I assume that Abazigal fucked another dragon. And here's Draconis. So that would make Draconis, I guess, 3/4 dragon and 1/4 divine. So the timeline on this doesn't necessarily work out for me because it takes, you know, hundreds of years for a dragon to mature and then breed, and then for the offspring dragon to also mature. He's a full-grown dragon, you'll see here in a minute. I thought all this Time of Troubles nonsense happened 20 years ago. How did this happen in 20 years? I don't get it.
No. I see I am wrong. You are not brothers of the Tattooed One. I smell the taint of Bhaal.
Since this is only going to end in violence.
You cannot stop this. The Lord of Murder shall rise again, and I shall prove myself worthy to Abazigal by bathing in your tainted blood.
I shall prevail.
Alright, so...
Yes, whatever you desire.
I shall prevail. I shall prevail. I shall prevail.
We're going to let the Planetar basically soak most of this.
Die, intruders.
He's just like literally attacking the plane tar with his fists.
Vita mortis
I shall prevail. Shall prevail.
Injectus pulca imperium.
Die, intruders.
Shall prevail. I shall prevail.
This is hilarious.
Vita mortis
Shall prevail. I shall prevail.
yo watch.
I shall prevail.
I just want him to change forms.
Yo watch there.
You think I can be defeated so easily? More evidence of your species' inferiority.
Witness the future! I guess they decided not to voice act that one for some reason. Yeah, so he turns into a dragon. And basically kills everything around him.
Tell me all about it.
That's okay.
Is that all?
Die, intruders.
This is it, right? Oh shit.
My attack has no effect.
There we go. Alright. Okay. That's all there is to him. That's all there is to any dragon, really, except for Abazigal. Now I gotta remember what I had here. I think I had that, and that, and that. Alright. Oh, invisible stalkers. Whatever. Come on, bro. Wow. He put a lot of them together. Alright. This is probably the last dragon we'll kill that way, actually, because I don't think Abazigal is subject to time stop. I think he may be immune to time stop. Oh my god. So here's our trophy. A monk-only set of bracers. I guess those are okay. And Draconis's head. Yes. We just ripped the dragon's head off, and it's in our inventory right now.
Nothing to.
Alright. While we're waiting for our sword to expire, let's do a little exploring. So I don't know how anybody watches even like one entire video of mine and does not get it that I'm a feminist. And I also don't understand how anybody can say that telling people to respect that, you know, the autonomy of women lacks humanity. And yet I had somebody declare both of those things to me in the comment to another video. I'm not going to link it. I have so many videos that if I don't link it, probably nobody will ever see it. So that's fine with me. I don't really want to embarrass this idiot any further, but he was kind of an idiot. It's like, why do you even...
Shall prevail. Increase shall prevail. I shall prevail.
Obviously I need to help them out here. Let's see how much magic resistance we got.
Shall prevail.
A shit ton. Basically 100%.
I shall prevail. I shall prevail. I shall prevail.
Okay. So
Tell me all about it.
I shall prevail. I shall prevail.
So this area here makes it look like it's not totally linear, but it is completely linear. You can, in theory, choose any of these pools, but only the right one will let you through. Empty breath potion flask. The first thing we need is a breath potion, which I think is this pool. No, I guess not. Maybe it's this one? Nope. Must be the last one. Okay.
Whatever you want.
The fuck was that? Oh. That was my shape change wearing off. Alright.
If you say so.
Thought I had more than 116 hit points. Guess not. Okay. Bone fiends.
Of course.
Okay, so is there anything in here that I need? Probably not. So now we just gotta wait for the swords to expire. My cat's over here wanting to be petted. She has this thing where she has this mouse, and it's like a, you know, a little plushy mouse, little cat toy. It's got a space inside it where you can stick catnip. And she lost it one time underneath the hutch, so we tied a string to it, and so now there's this like long string attached to this mouse. She'll bring you her mouse. She picks it up, she stuffs it into her mouth. I've seen her do it. She picks it up in her mouth and she sits back on her haunches, and she uses her front paws to stuff it into her mouth. And then she brings it to you. And that's her cue that she wants to play. So, you know, the upshot here is that my cat wants to play, and I can't. Because I decided to do this instead. Alright, so that should be all for my summons. Yep. Alright. So that was the one that we could get through, and now there's a second one that we can get through. I think it's this one. Yep, it's this one.
I shall prevail.
I shall prevail. I shall prevail. I shall prevail. I shall prevail. I shall prevail.
The fuck happened to my plane tar? Did it die? Get unsummoned? Oh. Plane tar died. Okay, that's fine.
Incurtus Pulp.
Alright.
Cresi. Alia. Vero.
Kill me.
Insurgents, Imperium.
All right.
Tell me all about it.
Sorry, this is all very noisy.
I'm waiting. Is that all?
What the fuck just happened to my... Something whack is happening to my sword here. Not sure what it is. Alright. I thought he had a key. Can I knock it? Oh, there we go. Okay. He doesn't know what these things are called, the Kuatoa. The Kuatoa? Yeah, Kuatoa. The tunnels are the key. No fucking shit. We already figured that out. No fucking shit. We already figured that out. Don't lose it. Death's soothing embrace. Man, this is purple. Alright. Hindo's hand. Alright, so we're done here. So, if you recall, back in the original Baldur's Gate, there was a priestess of Umberlee who was killed by some fishermen because she was collecting money from them in order to calm the seas so that they could fish. And her daughter, what's her daughter's name? Tenya. Her daughter Tenya took over her mother's duties. Couldn't, because the fishermen had stolen her mother's bowl of water control, I think it was. And so she was harassing the fishermen to get the bowl back and get revenge for her mother's death.
Just ask.
Keep that in our inventory. Okay, which way is which now? Looks like this door just opened. I wonder if it's this one. So we never saw any water elementals in that game. We never saw any water elementals in Baldur's Gate 2. And here we finally have seen some. This is not where we wanted to be. So it must be here. So these eyes don't do a ton of damage, but there's a shit ton of them. God damn.
I shall prevail. I shall prevail.
They don't have a lot of hit points. They don't do a ton of damage. But there's just so fucking many. I mean, they just killed my plane tar, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, if you say so.
Not actually sure what the vigilance do.
Forward march!
Of course.
Alright. There's just so many of the damn things.
Whatever you desire.
Alright. Getting low on spells. So this guy comes and he leaves me this snarky comment, and I basically told him to leave because his viewership is not important to me. And he left me a second snarky comment, and I mean, I don't know what he wants. It's not like I'm going to suddenly change my mind, you know?
Tell me all about it. Do it.
It's like, oh, you left me a snarky comment. I'm suddenly no longer a feminist. I mean, that's not how this actually works, right?
Whatever you want.
So, I just don't know what makes people like that tick. Okay. Where's what's his name? There we go. Hi, bro. We work for our scrolls of reversal. He had a crush on one of them. Or maybe it was Elder Orbs. I can't remember which. Won't you subcontract? Alright. Okay, so this is one of the funnier bits of this game.
Rather outlandish folk to be wandering round here.
Die! You've been chosen, and you must not fail in your quest. Yeah. By Mask's mask! I shall have you give you 100 gold.
Nasty times are coming, I reckon.
Yeah, she does have all kinds of great treasure. That's legit.
Justice shall be swift and final.
Bad things have been afoot.
In a couple of days you'll be able to tell me about my dagger. So yeah, that's pretty hilarious. A little annoying though, because we have to do this again. Alright. The Galth Eye Stalk. And the bronze pantalettes. Now we have a complete set. I have a new son to raise? Okay. Alright. So if you go through this pool here, I think it's this pool here. Or maybe it's this pool here. One of these pools. You'll actually get to Elder Orbs. So the kids there... is it this one?
You know, I could really use some rest.
The kids there find kobolds. If we go there, we find Elder Orbs. So it's actually pretty worthwhile to send the kids. You know, unless you need EXP or something, and killing Elder Orbs is fun. But if you don't send the kids, then you don't get the pantalettes. So the only way to get the pantalettes is to send the kids. Alright. Let's get rid of Abazigal. We're almost there.
Just ask. What would you like?
Where's the dragon? There's the dragon.
You have the stench of the Bhaal spawn. The same stench as Abazigal, though he tries to hide it behind the more palatable scent of his wormkind heritage.
You're in luck. Alright. See you later, bro. Okay. So that's all there is to that. We're just going to explore this map here. And then we're going to go kill Abazigal. And then we'll be done with this episode. Or, alternatively, Abazigal will kill us, and then again we'll be done with this episode. I am going to save it here, just like I did before Sendai. Because I want to kill Abazigal, and if Abazigal kills me, then I'm going to reload it until I off him. And then this run will be over, and we'll have to start back over from the beginning of throwing a ball. Because, like I've said before, I'm not as familiar with this game as I am with the others. So, here we go. Honestly, don't understand what motivates people to send me messages about how they hate feminism.
Incorrect.
Because I'm not going to suddenly stop being a feminist just because some dude on the internet doesn't like it.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Alright.
Nothing to it. Yes.
Welcome. I have watched your progress with great interest. For a lesser creature, you are quite amusing. Save your taunts. You are not worthy of having Bhaal's blood within you. Only a dragon is worthy of containing the Lord of Murder's immortal essence. Those insolent words shall be your last.
Really? I have strong doubts. Okay. Magic resistance. As expected. Need to back off a little bit. I don't need to be on top of him. Very good. I don't want to use all my horde weldings up right now. Because I do have to defeat him twice. There we go. All right.
Of course.
There he is.
I'm waiting.
There's my bro.
I'm waiting.
Oops, wait a minute.
Yes.
Let's do this again.
Yes.
Oh shit.
That's what you said.
Unconscious. Okay. We need to, spell strike him. See what kind of magic resistance he's got running. Lots. That's okay.
prevail. I shall prevail.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's just immune to magic missile. Okay, that's fine. Let's do this again. Wonder if he's immune to this. Yep. This was quite annoying. Nope, don't want to do that. Oh shit!
Snuffed out by this pathetic fool. But know this, your victory is flawed.
Wow, that was actually easier than I expected. I mean, I was running through spells like you wouldn't believe. I was like burned my entire spellbook here, but still, I expected this to be harder.
Know this even as I die, fool. You have been used and misled. Witness the truth to which you have been so blind.
Not sure what he meant by that, because he's not showing us anything. I ought to just like kill her on the spot instead of taking her somewhere else. I don't know, maybe that's what Abazigal was showing us? It's not clear. Okay. Seriously, I expected that to be much harder.
I greet you once again, godchild. You near the final stage of your destiny. All will become most complicated very soon.
The dead are never complicated.
We shall see. You have fought against brother and sister in recent days. Fought and prevailed as they arrayed their forces against you. You have done well. The most powerful children of Bhaal gathered themselves together years ago. You know them as the Five. Together, they hoped their power would destroy all others of their kind. But what you do not know is why. What purpose your siblings have for their actions. You may suspect, but hear the truth from the lips of one you have murdered.
That was...
Why am I cold? Why is Yagashura disturbed?
That wasn't murder. That was self-defense. I object.
You shall explain the truth of your actions, Spirit, to the one that killed you.
If I was killed by that one, then I don't owe nobody nothing.
You shall answer our questions of the Five.
The Five, Yagashura owes them all right. Sure, I'll speak. I was approached when I was still at the temple, still being taught the powers of Bhaal by the old witch. The greatest of all the Bhaalspawn were joining forces, I was told. We would defeat all others before us. Yagashura didn't trust the others. Figured sooner or later the Bhaalspawn would turn on each other. Figured I was stronger than the rest of them, maybe, but not all of them together. So I joined, raised an army of men and slaughtered all the Bhaalspawn we could, waiting for enough of the essence to collect in the abyss.
For Bhaal, the dead god, and your father to be resurrected as he had planned before his death.
And we would be his right hands, all five of us. That's what we were promised. We would live as demigods, ruling Faerun with our power. It was worth taking a chance for, Yagashura thinks.
So the Five sought to resurrect your father and become demigods. What does this mean to you, godchild?
You are a fool to think the Five are defeated now. Of all of Bhaal's children, who do you think possessed the most of his essence? You, certainly, but we five as well. How many of the Five have you killed? Myself, Elisera, probably Abazigal, and Sendai too. That is a lot of Bhaal's essence, and still one Bhaalspawn remaining. Yes, Balthazar. If anything, fool, you have stirred Bhaal in his slumber. He is closer now to awakening than ever before.
The last of the Five yet remains, godchild, and your father stirs. What will you do?
Will come naturally.
Then continue on your path, godchild. I shall see you soon enough.
Okay. Now get out of my pocket plane because it's mine and not yours. Now we gotta wait for all this shit to expire.
Whatever you want.
I think this takes us out, so that we don't have to go the long way again. Although in this particular enclave, the long way out is not actually that far. All right. So,
Yes.
what did Abazigal give us? The electric flail head. And is this Graham? Yeah, Graham the Sword of Grief. That's pretty amazing. And I think it can be upgraded. And then he gives us blue dragon scales, which can be turned into armor. So I really don't understand the motivations behind these guys when they decide to
Tell me all about it.
tell me about their objections to my basic philosophy of life. It's like, I'm not going to change my mind just because you say so. What's your motive here? I don't get it. I don't get it. I guess I don't have to get it. Yep, here we are.
Greetings, old friend. Fancy meeting you here.
So this is the last thing we're going to do today, is we're going to talk to Elminster, who has a different voice now than he had before, and a much inferior one in my opinion.
Oh, so you do know who I am now. I must admit, you've changed more than a little since the last time we met, before you were straddling the world with your power, so to speak.
I mean, Elminster just literally out and out told us who he was there in, I think it was Baragost, is where he outed himself. So yeah, I know who you are, dumbass. You introduced yourself. I remember.
There's no need for your temper, child. I wouldn't dare fight you. I would have done more than simply warn you of your destiny had I known Geraint would be right. Ah, well. Have you any idea of the havoc the Bhaal spawn have caused up and down the coast? The havoc you've caused personally? No, I don't suppose you have. Not that it's entirely your fault.
It's not my fault at all. I'm not responsible for all these other people. I'm just doing what I'm told. I'm following instructions. You know, I think I had this discussion before where a prophecy, where prophecy says, you know, you're going to be in such and such a place at such and such a time. That's not really a prophecy so much as just instructions. So that's what I'm doing. I'm following instructions. Fuck you.
We Harpers have been working tirelessly for weeks now to prevent the panic from reaching a boiling point. Not a simple task. As I understand it, though, your quest is nearly at an end, correct? I have to leave again soon, so I can't help you much. But I can help you a little, whether you like it or not. It's important that this all ends soon, but that doesn't mean I won't lift a finger over it.
Probably because he is Bhaalspawn and half divine. I mean, that's where my power comes from, I assume.
There may be another way in, but you'll have to find it on your own. Now, I must go. From this point on, attaining your destiny is completely your own affair. I wish you well.
Yeah, fuck you, Elminster. Alright. So that's it for today. We are next going to go to Amkethrin, back to Amkethrin, and take care of the next phase of the plot. So join me then. Later.